Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name's Michaela and I make diamond painting videos here on this channel, and welcome to a new whip and chat video. If you don't know what whip and chat videos are, I basically work on my current work in progress, which today, we switched it up a little bit. We have Panda Cafe by Art by Julia and Diamond Art Club. It's my first time showing this off in a whip and chat video, and I actually just started the second row of this painting, so I'm kind of like up here-ish, like going on this row here. But yeah, you guys, I'm so excited about this painting. And yeah, if you want to pull out your project, whatever you're working on, work alongside me while I'm chatting, or you can just treat this like a podcast and just listen while I chat. I do that a lot with whip and chats. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoy this video and let's get right on into it. Alrighty, so as for my accessories, we can already see the cover minder here, which let me go ahead and pull this off. I started this section yesterday. I haven't had any diamond painting time today, which is a crime, to be honest, but I'm using this cover minder here from Shire Shenanigans. It's really nice quality. It's like a wood. It has some of Taylor Swift's albums and they're like with books. It's fun. But I really like Shire Shenanigans cover minders. It just always has like a really nice big magnet on it. The actual cover minder itself is really nice and sturdy, so I'm using this for my cover minder. For my pen, I am just using my normal Donna Bass pen here. Glue dots in my single placer, which they're fresh glue dots. I just switched this out last night. And I think, yeah, I'm using Patsy putty in my multi-placer. This is the Diamond Art Club Thin Metal 8 placer, which I can't tell if I've bent a little bit over time. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm using this for my pen, and then of course I'm using my Firefly Inferno Nano tray for my tray. It's the Drills and Chills version. So those are my accessories. Let me go ahead and just get this this plastic back a little bit. I really don't have much left of this section. Let me get you guys in a better frame. Yeah, I don't have much of this section left, but actually what we will get to see here in a little bit is me working on the symbol right here, like inside the boba drink. This is an AB, and I don't usually place round ABs that often on camera, typically because normally I'm starting a new section when I'm doing a whip and chat, but today I am finishing a section. So you guys will kind of see how I place AB drills when they're rounds. Spoiler alert, it's the exact same as squares. And I think it's a little bit of an unpopular opinion when it comes to placing ABs, especially rounds, with tweezers. I feel like that's not something people usually do, but it is what I do. So anyways, okay, let me start pulling out some colors here. I was literally in the middle of a color yesterday, or last night, before I'm like, I'm way too tired for this, and so I just stopped diamond painting. But hello everyone. I hope everyone has had a fabulous weekend, and if you are returning to work tomorrow after taking an extended week off of like Christmas, New Year's, all the things, I hope that work is not too insane going back tomorrow. As much as I complained last week about having to work and working when it was really quiet, honestly, I'm really glad I worked last week from the standpoint of going back tomorrow. Like, I don't think it's going to be as bad for me, at least. Like, I'm fully caught up, so like all of the craziness, at least, like I don't have to worry about other stuff on top of it that I missed because I'm caught up. So hopefully if you're going back after the long week or couple of weeks, that it's not too crazy. But if I had taken that whole time off, I just know that the Sunday Scaries would have hit so much harder. So yeah, I mean, they haven't quite hit yet. I'm sure they still will at some point. It's still early. Let me put it into perspective. It is Sunday, January 4th. It's 5 p.m. and this is actually way earlier than I was anticipating filming this whip and chat video because I was actually busy today. I was out of town with my parents visiting my sister, but I'll talk about that later. But I really thought that I would be back around this time actually and not like already ready to film. But let's chat a little bit about my weekend. And you know what, you guys, I haven't been taking notes for my whip and chat recently. And I didn't take notes again today. And do I remember anything that happened over the weekend? No, but that's okay. What did I do this weekend? Friday, I worked. Yeah, I definitely worked. You know, Friday was weird because Thursday night, it felt like Sunday Scaries because it was like having off work Thursday. So I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week, didn't work Thursday for New Year's Day, and then I had to go back to work Friday for half the day because I only work half days. And yeah, so I worked on Friday, and then I edited the vlog a little bit because I didn't edit any of the vlog on Thursday. That I do remember. I went by my parents for dinner. I feel like I must have. And then, you know, came home, uploaded the vlog. I really don't know what else I did on Friday. I imagine I spent quite a bit of time actually working on Panda Cafe because I'm already on the second row of this painting, and this is not a big painting. This is a 29 by 22 inch or 73.5 by 55.6 centimeters. So this is a smaller canvas, and I just have a feeling that I'm gonna like finish this pretty quickly. I feel like I would have been farther in this one if, wow, that was like not a complete sentence. I feel like I would be farther in this painting if I were actually home today. But I've gotten a lot of it done considering it's only the 4th of January today, so that's kind of good. But yeah, Thursday was very, very chill, or not Thursday, excuse me, Friday. It was very, very chill, and Saturday, what did I do yesterday? I think I stayed home for most of the day yesterday, but me and my mom and my dad actually went to Olive Garden last night for dinner because my mom's birthday is the 13th. When is that exactly? That's, let's see. I know Wednesday's the 7th because I'm going to the office for work. So I think is that next Tuesday or Wednesday? Something like that, is my mom's birthday. And so she got a coupon in her email for a free dessert at Olive Garden. And so we all went to Olive Garden, got food, and I actually just ate my leftovers from Olive Garden for dinner tonight. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so freaking good. But we went there last night and got dinner. That was fun. And then I just came home and diamond painted some more. Actually, so I worked a little bit on Panda Cafe yesterday during the day and at night, but I also actually finished off the row of my custom from Diamond Art Club, and I am officially just about halfway done with that project. I'm gonna intentionally make it so that I only have 4 more rows left of that painting. What I typically do, and I'm trying to kind of steer away from this, but how I typically section off my canvas is I actually will literally take a piece of the Diamond Art Club release paper that I have. Okay, this is a perfect square 10 by 10 centimeter or 4 by 4 inch section release paper. And I will just stick it on the canvas, like above the plastic, and then I'll put washi tape at each of like the borders because that'll make it a perfect 10 by 10 centimeter section. That works for paintings like my mystery kit was because the size on that was like 70 by 90, almost exactly. So it worked really nicely for that kind of painting. But for a painting like this, that's a 73.5 by 55.6 centimeter, or even my custom, that's also a weird size. It doesn't quite work because it's not like divisible by 10 centimeters equally, if that makes sense. So, for the first few rows, like the first 4 rows of the custom, I was just doing 10 by 10 centimeter sections. And now that I'm halfway through, I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead. I think the plan, because going one direction on the custom, it is divisible by 10 centimeters, so that's fine, but going the other way, it's not. So I think I'm gonna have to remeasure the sections and just add a few rows into each section. That probably makes no sense when I say it out loud, if I'm being honest. But that's my plan, so I am basically halfway done with that painting. I'm only gonna make it 4 more rows. And I've really been enjoying that painting, but I also will admit that it's a ton of confetti. Just an FYI, you know, if you're looking to get a custom from Diamond Art Club, just keep in mind that they're amazing quality, right? Because it's Diamond Art Club's, you know, usual suspects with everything. But keep in mind that it is hand touched up, but still computer rendered. So like I can tell where some things have been hand touched up. It seems like a lot of my skin was pretty well touched up. And obviously there were special drills charted and all that stuff. But the main majority of the canvas is going to be a computer render. And I'm definitely feeling the confetti on that one. I love confetti. So like, I feel like a fraud for even saying like it's a little too much confetti. But I've also always said that computer charted confetti for me is not my favorite. I much prefer like hand rendered confetti, if that makes sense. Like I always compare it to like if I were to work on a Steve Sundrum painting. If you guys know Steve Sundrum, he does like a lot of like landscape type of stuff, but like really fun, like magical landscapes. His landscapes are very high confetti. I've never actually worked on one, but like I've unboxed them. And if I were to work on one of those, I feel like I would enjoy it not necessarily more than the custom, because I don't want to say that, but like it would be a little bit less of like I really don't know how to explain it. You know, like when you get a computer render of something, you know, you get like kind of random splotches of colors somewhere because, you know, the point is when you pull back on the canvas, you are able to see the picture as a whole. But when you typically have like a hand charted canvas, even up close, you can kind of tell certain aspects of the painting. Like obviously I can completely tell that this is supposed to be a boba, even from being really up close, and like the pandas over here, I can totally tell. But you can't always with the computer charting. Yeah, you can't always with the computer charting. And so when whenever I get to like a Steve Sundrum, I feel like the confetti isn't going to be as bad because it feels more intentional, I guess. But when it comes to a computer charting, it's a little bit less intentional. It's a little bit more random, and there really just is a lot of confetti with it, which again is totally fine, and I knew that going in. But just an FYI, you know, in case you're thinking about getting the custom from Diamond Art Club, that is a thing. So just an FYI. But anyways, so last night I finished out my 4th row of the custom, so I'm officially about halfway through, which is incredible. And I am, you know, working my way into only having one work in progress at a time. But since I'm currently co-hosting the Art by Julia diamond painting event this month for January, I currently have 2 whips going right now. I have this one and I have the custom. And actually, well, if you don't know, let me talk about this real quick. In case you're new and you don't know what the Art by Julia diamond painting event is, I have a Facebook group linked in my description box in case you're interested in joining. But me and my friends Natalie over at Diet Coke and Diamonds and Tiffany at Diamonds at Tiffany's, we are co-hosting an Art by Julia diamond painting event for this month, and you can basically diamond paint any Art by Julia canvas, and there's no start requirement, no finish requirement. There'll be a few different grand prizes, and it'll be a lot of fun. So definitely go join the Facebook group if you maybe want to join, or honestly, even if you want to just lurk, that's totally fine. It's listed in the description box. But anyways, so I'm working right now on 2 different whips, right? I'm working on Panda Cafe and I'm working on the custom. And okay, so when I'm done with Panda Cafe, my next dilemma, right? Is this really a dilemma? No, this is very dramatic. But when I'm done with Panda Cafe, if you guys don't know, I unboxed recently The End of an Era by Ava Rose Art and Jada Gem Shop, which is a painting that I actually went in for hand charting on with a friend, and Ashley Messy Girl Crafts, and I opened it last week. And I seriously want to kit that painting up as soon as possible. I am so in love with that painting. You don't understand. You don't understand. Maybe you do understand. So I do really want to work on that painting, and I don't know if like I can finish my custom before I crack into that other painting. I'm fine with finishing Panda Cafe because I know I'm doing this for my event. But like once I finish this canvas, I'm gonna need something else. Maybe. I mean, obviously I have the custom, but like, I don't know. I'm debating if right after I finish Panda Cafe, if I'm maybe just gonna go ahead and kit up End of an Era, and then I'll have both the custom and the End of an Era going. I don't know. I really don't know yet, but I am really excited for that painting. So it'll be done sooner rather than later for sure. And I don't know, at this rate, I really don't foresee this painting taking me the entire month of January. I mean, I was able to crack out the first row in the first 3 days. Now, granted, it was like a weekend and everything, but I don't know, this painting has been going really, really fast. There's a lot of color blocking. It's round drills. It's been a dream. And honestly, like such a good breather canvas in between the custom. You know what I mean? In between the custom. This has just been such a good canvas because like, yeah, there's not like, I mean, there's still stuff going on and it's interesting to work on, but like color blocking, places I can use my multi-placer, incredible. And I'm not even like necessarily the biggest color blocking fan, and I wouldn't say this is like mega color blocking, but really truly comparatively to the custom, it's a lot of color blocking. And so it's just been a really nice break from the custom. But last night when I pulled out the custom, I actually really enjoyed finishing out the row, and now I kind of feel a little bit of closure with where I'm at right now, enough to kind of just continually work on Panda Cafe unless I'm really feeling the itch to pull out the custom. I'm not really sure I will while I'm working on Panda Cafe, but you know, the custom was always meant to be a long-term project, so I'm not that pressed that like I do really want to work on End of an Era after I finish Panda Cafe. I know at one point I thought about maybe making the custom maybe like a weekend whip, so maybe I will still attempt that maybe once I finish Panda Cafe. We'll see, but like, you know, it's like I got home today and I'm like, I cannot wait to work on Panda Cafe. So like, you know, I don't know, maybe that won't be a weekend whip. I'm not sure. But anyways, that was a lot of diamond painting rambles for me explaining what I did this weekend. But that was yesterday. And then today, what did I do today? I went to my sister's house with my parents, and we went there to celebrate my sister's birthday because her birthday was yesterday. And so we went over there and had lunch over there, and we watched the Green Bay Packer game over there, which, by the way, LOL, the Packers suck. Oh man, listen, I'm not a sports fan. Very specifically, I'm really not a football fan. But like, of course I root for my home teams, right? Like the Milwaukee Brewers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Green Bay Packers, they're all my teams. And like, listen, the Packers have had a decent season, but like today's game, LOL. It may as well not even have happened. I'm pretty sure they ended up losing in the end. They must have. I wonder if they even scored points. Let me look it up. Actually, this drill is bothering me. It didn't quite go in all the way. Let me see. Let me see about the score, because when we left, the score was 0-13, I think. The end score of the game was 3-16. Ew. My gosh. Yeah, we played the Minnesota Vikings, and rivalries. I feel like the whole division is kind of a rivalry, right? Like there's the Packers, and then which is my team, and then there is the Vikings, we have the Bears, we have the Lions. Yeah, what a bad game. What a bad game today. Oh well. But yeah, we spent some time by my sister's place, hanging out with, you know, her, and she had her in-laws over, and she had her friend over. So we all ate lunch, watched the Packer game. I got to see Leo, who's my nephew, if you're new, and that was really nice to see him. And then me and my parents ended up leaving my sister's house. When did we leave? Like 2:30-ish? Yeah, around 2:30. And my parents are actually watching her dog this week, and so we brought him home with us, and he sat in the back with me. Poor little boy. His name's Dexter. He's so sweet. Maybe I'll try to get some vlog footage of him this week, since I'm sure be over at my parents' at some point during the weekend, or during the week. He's a very anxious car driver, and he would not sit still, and I was, you know, trying to hold him and pet him. After a while, I think I was petting him too much, that like static electricity was like building on him, because like I kept rubbing his fur, and so like by the end of the drive, like I kept shocking myself on his fur, and I'm like, oh my god, that's not normal. So yeah, poor baby, but we made it home. I think I have bruises on both my legs because he's very bony. He's a golden doodle. He's a very bony golden doodle. And so, yeah, it's fine. It was, you know, it was nice getting to cuddle with him, but he did not like that car drive home. Me and my parents took Zeus to daycare this morning, and my mom's picking him up tomorrow afternoon. He has a sleepover there tonight, and then is having a play date tomorrow at daycare. So Zeus is gonna come home tomorrow and look at my parents so stupid. And just be like, bro, now why did we let this dog in the house? I love Zeus, but he is a grumpy old man, really truly. He's 10 and a half. He's my parents' dog. He's a teddy bear dog. He's the cutest thing on the planet, but boy, oh boy, is he stubborn. He acts like an old man. He just, listen, he's my best friend. So yeah, that's gonna be a little sad tomorrow when he gets home and realizes that Dexter has invaded his place. But Zeus is pretty tolerant for the most part of dogs being in his space, but you know, imagine if someone just came into your house, right? It would be annoying, so I get it for him. But yeah, that was kind of today, and then I ate my dinner, a really early dinner. I don't know, I just wanted to eat, and then so I ate, and then I'm like, okay, Michaela, you need to film your whip and chat, otherwise you're never gonna do it. So now here I am filming my whip and chat. So yeah, I feel like this weekend in general has been pretty chill for the most part. Yeah, I feel like it's been chill. I guess plan-wise for me tonight, what do I have going on tonight? I have nothing going on tonight, which is good. Probably going to get this video like exporting, and then I'm gonna go shower, and I actually need to straighten my hair at some point. That is something I did not do, and if you guys don't know, I got a haircut. Like, I got my hair colored and cut a couple of weeks ago, and I honestly, the cut is maybe the slightest bit too short, where like I really cannot do anything with it curly. And so I feel like I should probably straighten it, especially because I'm going to be going into the office this week for work, and I don't want it to look absolutely insane. So I'll either do that tonight or tomorrow. I don't really want to wait till tomorrow because I feel like that's just me being lazy. But we'll see, we'll see. I do need to straighten my hair tonight. Otherwise, I'm literally just going to diamond paint and chill. Probably maybe listen to some of my audiobook, maybe catch up on the Middle podcast. I'm not really sure what exactly I'm gonna do tonight when it comes to like media consumption, but I will figure something out for sure. And then plan-wise for me this week, what's going on this week? I'm working. I'm working, of course. Going into the office Wednesday. So that'll be, you know, it'll be fine. I have not gone into the office in, what is up with my, oh my god, I swear, this putty, sometimes, like, when I was working with the Randa's Crafty Corner putty, like, I was able to get things off my drills, but the Patsy putty isn't necessarily playing as nice. But yeah, I have to go into the office on Wednesday. Yeah, I was just saying, I haven't been to the office in, I think, like a month, so it's fine, I'll go in, I just don't want to. I feel like it's supposed to actually be like decently warm outside this week here, like 40s, which is crazy business in January. Honestly, we've just had some really crazy weather over the last like few months. I don't know. Also, we're finally hitting that time of year, aka January, February, where if it snows, I'm gonna complain about it, which I complain about it anyways, but I'm really gonna complain about it because, like, yes, I understand, I live in Wisconsin, we get snow. However, what I don't like is snow during January, February, March, April, any of those months, because like it's no longer 'tis the season. It's just cold AF. And so I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't think we have any snow in the forecast for the next like week or two, but like I know obviously it's bound to happen, but like it's fine. It's a little bit more tolerable during the holiday season, but like during January, February, it's always freaking freezing outside here. And the snow is just, it's not fun anymore. I don't want it anymore. I'm over it by that point in the year. Or I guess in the season, really, even though winter like just started. On the bright side, you guys, the sun is starting to set just a little bit later every single day. I was talking to Natalie a few days ago, and she's an hour ahead of me because she lives in North Carolina. and I could see, because it was like 4:15 here, so like 5:15 by her, about that, and the sun was still up for her, and I was like, wait a second, your sun doesn't set at 4:30? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, so like, I guess I didn't necessarily realize that maybe like the sun, well, no, that still doesn't make any sense. I don't understand how the sunset works. How come it sets at 4:30 in Wisconsin, but like 5:30 in North Carolina? How is it not consistent? I just don't get it. I'm sure there's actually a very reasonable explanation for it. I just don't understand it, and I'm very jealous that the sun does not set for her until like 5:30, because I would die for the sunset to be at 5:30, but no, right now it's still like around the 4:30 time frame. I think it's getting a little bit later now. It might be like closer to like 4:40. I wonder when it's gonna start being after 5 o'clock again. I long for the days. I really do. Oh my goodness, I'm acting so dramatic. I'm just gonna stop. But anyways, actually, as I'm putting this away, oh no, I'm actually gonna go ahead, restart the camera real quick, and then let's chat about diamond painting stuff. Okay, I can't believe we're almost done with the section, but yeah, all I have left is the AB. So let me just give you guys like a super quick, it's not a tutorial, but really quickly on how I place my AB drills when it comes to rounds. Again, it's the same as squares, but I literally just, let's get them in the tray, do our normal thing. Sometimes I will use Randa's Crafty Corner, and it does work, right? I'm gonna be honest, I find putty with round ABs so fussy in general. I don't like it. So I put my tray up and down like this, and I just set it down. Of course, not me talking to you guys like you're 5. I put it up and down though, put it here, and then I will literally just grab them with tweezers. And the thing is that you really do have to do these like one at a time. So it's a little bit more time consuming, because I know I can at least, like when it comes to square ABs, I can grab up to 3. I think I might have gotten 4 at some point, but like, I'm not 4 without me flinging them everywhere. But yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, but honestly, it's a game changer. And yes, it takes a little bit of time, but like, honestly, I want my ABs to be as intact as possible. So I just prefer doing it this way. But anyways, diamond painting shenanigans. What's been going on diamond painting wise? Did I buy from Diamond Art Club this weekend? Oh, I did. Also, I have a really funny story about that. So, I did buy from Diamond Art Club this weekend. I purchased the Rose Trellis, is it Rose Trellis Inn by Randall Spangler, the house, the castle. I don't even know if they're castles or houses. I think they're houses. I think I've just been calling them all castles because they may as well be. But no, I bought that one. I could not resist a Spangler house. I am a collector of the Spangler houses. I love them. I worked on Springtime Splendor back in 2023 and loved it so much. And so I have all of them, I think, that are out so far, I'm pretty sure. I even have Snow Castle, which is my least favorite, I'm gonna be honest, but I do want to do it at some point. I know Natalie at one point talked about doing that as a buddy diamond painting, and LOL, listen, it's really beautiful. It's probably a lot of fun. It's just so big. I think it's Diamond Art Club's like longest canvas, which is crazy. But yeah, I did buy that, and then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to tack on for free shipping, and so I had forgotten that mini dazzles existed. And I'm like, ooh, mini dazzles. And so I tacked on the Dragons mini dazzle set from Diamond Art Club. So, of course, from Diamond Art Club. So that is what I bought this weekend. And it was so funny because my mom was telling me, she's like, I saw this post on Facebook. I don't remember when it was, and I don't remember what company this was, but I saw this really cool like house scene for a diamond painting. And I cannot tell you like where it was, where I saw it, blah, blah, blah. She knew it was Facebook, but whatever. I'm like, okay, was it like an ad? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. And then she told me the colors on it were like pinkish, okay? But not that I didn't believe her, but I also was just kind of like, you know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. And so I started out by showing her a couple of the Spangler houses, and she's like, no, it wasn't these. And then I went in and showed her some of these art dot ones, and she's like, no, it's not these. And I'm like, when did you see this painting? And she said, I don't remember. It was like over the weekend. And then I was like, you know what? I remember I made her follow the Diamond Art Club business page like a few months ago. And I'm like, I'm wondering if she's talking about the Rose Trellis Inn. And so I pull up that picture on the Facebook post and she goes, oh, it was this one because you commented on it. And I'm like, oh my God. So she really liked it too, but she would definitely not enjoy diamond painting it because it's way too big for her. And also she doesn't really like squares. Also, this section is done. Okay, also that AV placement did not take that long at all. Okay, well, we can get started on the next section. I really don't know how much more I have to talk about, but we can at least get started on the next section. So my mom was just very funny for that one, because she was like, I don't remember what it was. I'm like, you need to take screenshots of things so you remember. But glad we got that squared away, and she did really like that diamond painting. And I do too. So yeah, let me get this cut here. I'm trying to think if I actually really have anything else to talk about. I didn't take notes, so I really honestly don't know. Let's see here. Let's get this scooted over a little bit here. Let me show you guys what I've been doing actually for this painting when it comes to my sections, because I did mention before that I will use the release paper usually, but I haven't been right for this painting because the sections are a little bit different. But what I have been using, I still have been using this paper, and I basically have been going to the edge of where this square ends, and then I will add an extra row and then put the washi tape down, and it just adds a little bit extra, so that way by the time I get to the end it's a full normal section. I don't know if that made any sense, but listen. It's all good. I've really been enjoying this canvas. This canvas has been so fun. Oh my goodness. I really don't think I have much else to add though, if I'm being honest. I feel like this whip and chat is definitely just the slightest bit shorter than they have been usually. But I don't have too much else to say, so I don't necessarily want to just like talk your ear off for no reason. But I guess video wise this week, we can talk about that really quickly before I head out. Video wise this week, what do I have on the agenda? Today's the whip and chat, of course. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I want to upload this week. I have been intending and meaning to do a put this here, intending and meaning to do a whatchamacallit, a fourth quarter kind of diamond painting haul video. I thought I'd have time to film it this weekend, but then yesterday I kind of spent more time just like chilling than I did filming, which is fine. I just didn't prepare. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys want to see this week? I'm thinking for one of the videos, I do want to do a the Great Wave post review, which I know not a ton of people like necessarily love post reviews, but I figure because Diamond Delights is a new to me shop, they definitely deserve a spotlight, and I definitely want to get a post review up for that. So that'll go up for sure, and I mean the vlog will go up for sure, but I'm sure I'll have another video or two thrown in. What I really don't want to do is another 5 video week, because I did that last week, and I felt like every single video last week was important, but not that important. It did not need to happen that way, but it did happen that way. But anyways, yeah, I am really glad though that I was able to upload my year in review video, because I think it brought a lot of new faces. So if you're here from that video, hi, welcome. Thank you for choosing to watch and subscribe. I appreciate you so much. And I think that's it, you guys. I'm gonna let you go. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a drink emoji. I don't know if they have a specific like boba emoji. That was very, that really wasn't that loud, but I just got distracted. Leave me a boba emoji or just a drink emoji down below, and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.